Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Taurus, and tonight we have the 5 of Swords, which in the Thoth system has everything to do with defeat. But we're not using Thoth tonight, are we? So let's take a look and see what these tea leaves are going to tell us. All right. Okay, so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you would like to leave a like or a comment, I would not be mad at you. Okay, so we have a face. Immediately a face emerges. Over here we have the eye, the nose, the mouth. It looks like some tears, okay? So there seems to be a bit of emotionality for sure, okay? We also have a deer jumping right here. We also have a deer right here. Okay, so yeah, this tells me that this is going to be within the spiritual realm. The most sacred deer, not only showing up once, but twice. Okay, so I feel like we have 2 moments of great clarity. This feels like a spiritual awakening. Now, why the tears? Yeah, because it's powerful. Because it can be scary. Because, yeah, once in a while, it's like we're going on with our lives. We're doing our things. We're, getting up. We're going to work. We're running our errands. We're, whatever, trying to think of what to have for dinner 20 million times in a row, right? And going through those motions day in and day out, day in and day out. And then suddenly, there's a moment, right? Suddenly, you wake up one morning, you feel so different for some reason. What is going on? Suddenly, something is shown to you, is told to you, is revealed to you. And you look at your life and you think, this does not look the same as it did yesterday. This doesn't feel the same. Suddenly, I feel, is it uncomfortable in my life? Is it like I've been dislodged from the sleepiness, the hibernation I have been in? Everything feels kind of uncanny. I look at the things I've been doing, I've been working towards, and I think, maybe this isn't what I really want. Maybe this is kind of something that the old me wanted. Maybe this is something that I was told would be fulfilling, meaningful. It would show, hey, you've made it. But it doesn't. It doesn't feel like much of anything at all. And you cry a little bit. You maybe even weep. You think, well, what does this mean? What do I do? How do I go forward? Maybe you start to really feel this life that I have, it's important, it means something. I can't squander it. I'm a spiritual being living a spiritual life, and yet the life that I'm living does not honor that. And we cry. Maybe we cry for, a little bit of grief, lamenting what has come to pass. thus far. Maybe we cry a little bit of joy, starting to realize the prison I've been living in, the thing that I have created for myself, the thing that I have agreed to. And here I am, that frog in the pot, right? Starting to realize, hey, that water got pretty hot. What's going on here? Wait a second. You know? And you hop out. And you think, thank goodness. I caught myself. I see what's up. I'm not going to keep doing it, that's for sure, right? It's time to change some things. And I feel like that's about where we're at, right? This awakening. It's not easy. This idea, this kind of pop spiritual thing that, it's been kind of really packaged in this really pretty aesthetic of, follow your bliss, joyousness. Everything is cool and chill, man. This journey towards enlightenment, towards spiritual, emotional wellness and freedom. It's all good all the time. But is it? I think that at times it can feel like we are crawling through hell on our hands and knees. It is painful. It is a purging. It is a fever dream, right? If you could think about these old, images of whatever, medieval people, even, listen, Victorian, Edwardian, whatever, people in their sick bed, sweaty, feverish, hallucinating, unable to get up, sequestered away from everybody else, just in agony. Yeah, that's exactly what the spiritual path feels like sometimes. And not only that, it can feel quite isolating. It's a weird paradox. A weird paradox of I feel more interconnected with the universe, with everything around me than I ever have. And yet I feel more out there at sea, alone, as an individual being, doing this journey by myself. These things kind of coexist, right, as we are on this path. And so I look at this and I think, yeah, this Taurus person here, you're in it. You are in that awakening mode. Now, this might not be your first time, right? This could be the third, fourth, fifth time this has happened. It's like that for a lot of us, right? We have an awakening, we start to fall back asleep. We have an awakening, we start to fall back asleep. And so on and so on and so on. But I feel like this is a place that is quite potent, and it is emotional. It is shifting, it is, there's a wildness to it. Now, let's see. What else do we have going? Again, another deer. Look at this one. You can see its little head. Even has a little eye. Now we have two people. Okay, kind of walking after it. We also have a person over here with a fox and a peacock, which seems like a really ominous sign, to be honest with you. You would think cute fox, beautiful peacock. Gorgeous, right? You're in a beautiful place. Also very tricky, right? We know peacocking is like showing off. Being very ostentatious to like, you know, kind of redirect attention to or from whatever's really going on. Now, we also have the fox, right? Sly fox, right? Tricky, stealth. Maybe a little bit conniving. We also have a fish over here. So it has to do with money. So yeah, I feel like there's somebody in your life, and you thought of them immediately when I was talking about this. I know you did, right? They are somebody that's quite charming, probably pretty good looking, or at least, you know, there's a belovedness because they just have this whole air about them. They really draw you in. Right? You can get lost in them talking, lost in just hanging out with them, being around them, right? But they are sly. They are. And it has to do with, you know, maybe they're going to ask you for money. Maybe they're going to take that money. I don't know. Maybe they are taking your opportunity to make money. Maybe this is like somebody at work that's trying to snipe you. Excuse me. And, you know, something like this. So beware of that person. That is, it feels like you're in a beautiful room and gorgeous things are going on. But then you really look at it and it's like a horror show, right? You're in a haunted house all of a sudden. Now back over to here, we have these two people. We have that deer, that keeps showing up, that most sacred deer. And I do feel like, I'm looking up here, we also have two people and we have a bird. So I do feel there's somebody else involved here. Now, this could be your partner. Maybe you both are on the same wavelength. You're both into the spiritual life, right? It could be a sibling. Now, I feel like this is almost like somebody who is like a partner to you. And that could be like, you know, you grow up with your sibling, you're close, you do everything together. Maybe you're even twins, you know, and you're going on the spiritual path next to each other, right? You're sending all of the posts that you see that have to do with the conversations you're having, all of the YouTube videos and, you know, sharing books and, you know, staying up to all hours of the night, discussing the divine. And I feel like this is something that is beloved within this relationship. And well, as you really are in this awakening right now, having this person to share this with is very special. And I think that it only solidifies your bond. You know, really seems to bring you together even more. Now, we also have the number 13. And we have a bullseye. And we have the bullseye and we have the arrow going right for it. So not only is all this stuff going on, there is somebody who's really shooting their shot, right? What does that mean, Lenore? Yeah, it means that somebody's hitting on you. Okay? It means that somebody's trying to get a date, trying to get with you, flirting with you, whatever it is. They're taking their chances. They're really filling it out, trying to see if they can get something going. So it doesn't feel like a scary thing, thankfully. But it does feel, yeah, I mean, I think you're flattered. You know, I think this is kind of, it reminds you that you're alive. You're alive. Your blood is still warm and pumping. And yes, you know, they're still trying to get your number, even in this modern era, right? Now, we have like the little smiley face here. And I feel like there is kind of this, you're feeling yourself, you know? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go down here. And I just want to say, okay, I was going to skip it, but I see a crab. So I feel like the crab person, there's somebody who's probably a Cancer in your life and they feel really important. I don't know why. They might be your sibling or your, spouse, the person that you're into the spiritual journey with. And that might be the case. I could see a Taurus and a Cancer person kind of really linking up and kind of, go playing off of each other down the spiritual rabbit holes. But it also could be this person that is interested in you. But I think there's such a fondness. Now, I see J-O-B. Okay, so we have job. Hopefully not Job, right? But job, I think. So this has to do with work. We also have the number 80. Let's go with 80. Or maybe it's 805. So we have a water element issue going on here. It's almost like I think this is the person, the sneaky person. I wonder if it is at work, because I feel like there's something coming up where maybe there's a bonus or like a competition. Maybe there's even like a race, like you're going for the same job. But whatever it is, I think they maybe are a water sign, but just almost rabid. I wouldn't usually call people like just rabid, but I do. I think that this is somebody who is so aggressive. It's like if they don't get what they want, there's like immediately just the whole environment changes. And I feel like it makes you uncomfortable, but for some reason, people around you, they just kind of, oh, that's just how they are. Don't worry. Don't pay too much mind. It's like there's excuses for this behavior, and it doesn't make sense, right? Because there's this aggression towards you, towards others, controlling the atmosphere of the work environment. And I feel like you just can't get your head around it. The good news is, I don't think that anything goes their way. I think that it ends up being that, I don't know. I almost wonder if they're going to quit. It kind of feels like the type of person that works really hard towards like what they're trying to get, and they're doing all the politicking and trying to, like turn people against each other and, make alignments, and they almost get there. And it's like, oh my gosh, how does everybody just ignore the way that they're behaving? This is ridiculous. And then they almost get there, and then they quit. It doesn't make sense. Maybe they have a reason, but you don't know what it is. And it's like, it's almost obnoxious, right? Because this could have been an easy process, or at least a way more chill process. And so I feel like they're out of there. You end up with getting the money. I feel like you're going to be making some money from this situation. So yeah, maybe getting that raise, getting that position. Okay. It works out in your favor, most definitely. All right. So we're going to do our self-care affirmation cards, and I'm just going to stop where it feels right. All right. And I'm thinking about this is my last reading, right? And I have to go get, I'm going to a potluck picnic thing, and I'm making 7-layer, I don't have to, but I want to, right? I'm making 7-layer dip, and I just started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, after this, I gotta go. So we will be having some 7-layer dip, not with the reading, but we will be having it later. All right, so it says, guardian at the gate. I uphold my boundaries. My time, energy, and space are treasures that I protect. I care for myself and say no when I need to. I am the guardian of my life energy. I am the guardian of my life energy. Yeah, let's practice this. I'm going to challenge you, Taurus. I want you to say no at least once today. I want you to tell somebody, no, I don't want to do that. No, I can't come. No, I'm not for me, really. Okay? Don't be pressured. Don't be pressured. Now, stay safe, of course, right? Don't just be knowing, saying no to any old dang thing, right? You get a parking ticket, you say no. Or whatever. I guess you probably wouldn't see the parking person, but yeah. Okay, you get pulled over and they're going to give you a speeding ticket. Please don't speed. But I'm such a grandma about driving. It's ridiculous. You can ask my husband. He's like, okay, just chill, Lenore. We're going the speed limit. But yeah, don't say no in a situation that is not, not the right context. But yeah, I want to say no to something. I'm going to say no to something today. Definitely. Probably to my daughter. Probably, she'll wake up and she'll say, can I have sugar cereal for breakfast? No. No. So anyways, yeah, Taurus, I want to tell you I love you and I thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. I love hearing from you. And especially if you're new, shout it out in the comments. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk in a few days. Good night. Good night.